Hello everyone, my name is Yusuf Edwards and welcome to part 38 of the Abigail and Margaret Film School. Let us begin. He was on the couch sleeping. He was sleeping on the couch. Then he wakes up. He gets off the couch. He goes to the bathroom to take a shower. He then gets out of the shower. Then he, of course, dries off. Then after that, he, of course, goes to his bedroom. Walks to the closet. He opens the closet, picks out his clothes for the day and the meeting. He puts them on. Then after that, he goes back to the living room, and then he leaves. He leaves the house. He goes to his car. He hops in it. Well, he goes into the car, buckles up his seatbelt, and he is driving to, of course, Abigail and Margaret's house. But he needs to pick up, of course, Susan. So that's exactly what he does. He picks her up. Then they pull up in front of Abigail and Margaret's house. They get out of the car. He knocks on the door. Then they walk in. The police detective is yet to arrive. They greet each other. He sits down on the dinner. He sits down at the dinner table where the meeting is taking place, and of course everybody arrives, including Margaret. Well, not Margaret, she's already there, but obviously Beatrice and of course her husband. Robert is also arriving to the meeting. He says, Abigail, Margaret, Beatrice says, where is he? Oh, he'll be arriving soon, Abigail said. And then Margaret chimed in and catches up with Peter. She says, so thank you for coming by. We appreciate it, especially me. You have always been not until recently, you have always been a friend of Susan. I'm quite sure that Susan doesn't think so right now, but Susan, I assure you that he is telling the truth. Are you, Peter? And then he says, yeah, I'm pretty sure I am. So was you. Okay. Alright. I have heard from my friends, and I have also heard from my wife. Now I need to hear from you. What exactly did you hear? And then he says, listen, I was in the bathroom and I heard them talking about the crimes that they have committed. And they were crimes that they committed. They talked about how they were going to kill Abigail, and how they were going to, and how they went, and how they killed, of course, Alpha Queen, your boss, and your boss, by the way. Yeah. You're right about that. He is my boss, or was my boss. But there's something that you forgot to mention. He's also a friend of mine, and and then he interrupts him. I don't mean to disrespect him by, of course, saying that he was just your boss. As I understand it, he's a lot more than that. But the fact of the matter is, or at least to me, is that your wife killed your best friend. That's what I believe, and that's what Abigail and Margaret believes too. Now, Susan. When the detective comes, he is going to explain what happened, what I heard. Well, I'm going to explain to him what happened and what I heard in the bathroom that night. Abigail said. Then Abigail says, listen, Robert, you and I have been friends for like a long time, and I know that you have believed me before. You were there before she changed her ways, and before she reformed herself and grew up. By the way, she was a bully, and the reason why I'm saying it's not bring up old dead and gone memories from the olden days, but to bring an example up that you might have forgotten. When we were in summer camp decades ago at this point, and which inspired me to leave the school. You believed me when I told you that she was a bully. But I totally understand. I completely understand not knowing the evidence and of course, not wanting to know the evidence. I would say to believe that. Okay. You believe me then. But for multiple reasons, it's heavily complicated now because you are married to her. And I appreciate that a lot. I appreciate the value and the respect that you have from your wife. And if you're upset about all of this situation, about me accusing your wife of murder and kidnapping, by the way, and I happen to be wrong, or we happen to be wrong, I will do everything in my power to make it up to you. Everything in my power. I will apologize over and over and over again until the day I die. I will apologize to you. You must understand. You must understand that. You have believed me before, but I don't expect you to believe me again. You need proof. Ultimate, serious, condemning proof about this. And don't you ever in your life, in your entire life, think that I don't understand the consequences of everything that is about to happen if and when I am proven right. Or not proven right. A part of me, a medium-sized part of me hopes that I'm not right about this and we could just move on and I will spend the rest of my life trying to get to you, trying to rebuild our friendship. As I'm very sure that Peter is going to, if he's proven wrong, is going to prove himself trustworthy in the eyes and in the heart of his best friend, Susan. And I, myself, as a teacher, will spend, if I'm wrong about this, my life and my heart making it up to them as well. More specifically, her. We will work together on this. If that is the case, then Peter says, yeah. And then he turned around to Susan. Well, yes, Susan. And he said, Susan, I know what you're thinking, but I was in the bathroom and I have, as you well know, pretty great hearing, and I know what I heard. I can't be wrong about this, you know. I know what I heard, and I know that I'm right about this. I could feel that I'm right about this. I could feel it, you know? I mean, it's something that you don't necessarily okay. After the detective comes here, he would listen to us, and you will also, as we explain to all of you what happened. After that, the detective arrives. He knocks at the door. Margaret opens the door. He comes in. And he comes into the house. He is shaking everyone's hand. But when he gets to Beatrice, he recognizes her, and she does too, because that is the ex-girlfriend of course, him. They say hi, and she is bewildered and shocked. Well, shocked. Of course, Robert doesn't know what's going on, and neither does the rest of the people in the meeting. So they explain. They used to date in high school back in the day, secretly. No one knew about it. Abigail did not know him. She just asked for his help. She didn't know who he was. Because by that time, she had already left high school and was going to Mexico to become a filmmaker, as we know. Anyway, they catch up and it's time to get down to business. Peter explained once again what he heard in the bathroom. After the explanation once again has not changed, all of a sudden he believes him. He realizes that he is telling the truth. And then after that, well, what happened next is pretty shocking, to say the very least. After he explained himself, it was time for, obviously, Abigail and Margaret's turn to explain what happened. She says, he comes to our house and he explained what happened. And I was very shocked. I didn't know what said, but I knew he was telling the truth. As undoubtedly you now know that he is as well. And I was just, okay, what do we do about this? Well, we need to put her in jail. We need to put both of them. They need to go to prison for what they have done. And then after that, well, after a couple minutes of listening, both Robert Mack and, of course, Susan Mack, both are starting to believe, and ultimately, by the end, believes them wholeheartedly. And they want nothing to do with her. Now, the detective is like listening to Abigail's reasoning to ultimately believe that she and the princess are responsible for her kidnapping and subsequent murder of Abigail and the car accident as well. So, having believed them, he just decides to arrest her. She is upset about the whole thing. She is screaming at them. Why would you do this? Why would you say that I didn't do anything wrong? Why? Why would you do this? Maintaining her innocence all the way through, as she's being, of course, carried out the house or walked out the house by the lead detective of the case. After that, after the detective and, of course, obviously, Margaret has gone, Beatrice has gone because of the detective arresting her. he says to both of them, he walks towards Susan and, of course, her uncle, Robert, and says to them, I guess he believes us. First of all, Susan interrupts him. No. 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 You don't have to say anything. I think I have to say something. No. No, you don't. Unless it is to tell us you told us so. We don't need to hear anything else. Especially what you were about to say. And I think I know what you're about to say. But let me assure you, you did nothing wrong. And then Robert says, yeah, you did nothing wrong. You were right the whole time. All of you were right the whole time, actually. I owe each and every one of you an apology. He walks up to Abigail and just gives her a big hug. He then gives a big hug to Margaret as well. Then he goes back to Robert, well, Peter actually, and gives him a big hug as well. And as he's doing it, he's crying. After that, they leave. After they leave, they talk about what just happened, and he is quite sad about it, and so he begins to cry as well. After that, they all cry about the situation. And that was it. After they cried, Peter leaves their house, goes back to his car, and drives away. He then goes back to his house, or his mom's house. He opens the door, goes to his bedroom because he doesn't want to do anything at this point at all, and just cries in bed. And that was it. To be continued. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a like, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment down below telling me what do you like about the video or hate about the video, and I will see you wonderful people next time. Bye bye for now.